Today let's learn on the topic branches of commerce from fundamentals of business studies. Branches of commerce may be classified into two broad categories. Number 1, trade, and 2, aids of trade. Now trade is further classified into home trade or internal trade and foreign trade or external trade, in which home trade is classified into wholesale and retail, and foreign trade is classified into import, export, and entry port. What is meant by trade? Trade is the means of buying and selling of goods and services with the aim of earning profit. The primary motive of trade is to earn profit. How do we earn profit? By buying and selling goods and services. It involves exchange of commodities for money or money's worth. That is, goods will be exchanged for money or for the value of money. Traders serves as the link between producer and consumer. Trader means one who do the trade. That means who is the link between producer and consumer. As we already saw, internal trade may be divided into wholesale trade and retail trade. Let's see what is the actual meaning of home trade. What is geographical boundaries? The boundaries of a country is called geographical boundaries. So the goods bought are sold within the border of the country. Both the buyer and seller belong to the same country. For example, trade between Mumbai and New Delhi. It's called domestic trade or home trade or internal trade. We know that home trade is divided into wholesale and retail. Let's see what are these. Wholesale trade, it involves buying and selling of goods in large quantity. That means buying of goods in large quantity or bulk. Trader engaged in wholesale are called wholesalers. The flow of goods for the wholesale trade is the goods come from the producer to the wholesaler, then to the retailer. Next, retail trade. It involves buying and selling of goods in small quantity. Traders engaged in retail trade are called retailers. The flow of goods for the retail trade is the goods comes from the wholesaler to the retailer, then to the consumer. Now let's move on to the foreign trade. Foreign trade is otherwise called as external trade or international trade. Buying and selling of goods and services between two or more countries. For home trade, we saw that it is within the boundary of the country, but a foreign trade is the exchange of goods between any two different countries. It enables a country to concentrate on the production of goods it is best suited. That means here a country can concentrate more on what is available for them and produce that level and get the others from different countries. It also enables to obtain goods which cannot profitably produced at home country. That is, the country can get whatever they cannot produce to their level from other countries. Foreign trade is further classified into exported trade, import trade, and entry port trade. Let's see on each of these. Export trade, it implies the sale of goods to foreign countries. For example, India exports tea to the United Kingdom. Import trade, it implies the purchase of goods to foreign countries. For example, India imports petrol from Iran and other different countries. Entry port trade or re-export trade. It means importing goods from one country for the purpose of exporting to another country. For example, India imports certain commodities from European countries and again export them to Bhutan and Nepal. Next, aids to trade. Aids to trade means the means of trading. That is, the different means and methods which helps and involves in trading. What are the different methods? First one transport, second one warehousing, third one distribution, fourth one advertising, fifth one insurance, and last one banking. I hope by now you will know the meaning for all the terms. So let's see the definition for them. First one, transport, is the process of moving products from one location to another, whether raw materials moving from a supplier to a manufacturer or finishing goods moving from retailer to a consumer. Next, second one, warehousing, involves the storage of goods before they are sold and transport to another entity, that is storeroom or godown, etc. Third one, distribution. Distribution occurs when goods are sold from one entity to another, manufacturers, distributors to wholesaler, wholesaler distribute to retailers, and retailer to distribute